I've been doing a little bit of scam baiting recently. I've received an email informing me that I'm entitled to millions of dollars. So I've copied that text, put it into a false email account under the name of Edward Randybottom. So let's have a little look at the email. So first of all, it starts off with "Dearest one." I didn't think I was that expensive. I'm Barrister Benjamin Beaco, the personal lawyer to Ivan Randybottom, a foreigner who used to work with a shell company here in Togo. He says, as it may interest you to know, your contact was given to me by divine inspiration, so make of that what you will. So he goes on to tell me that this relative has died, how they died, and they have this $9.5 million, and basically, apparently I'm entitled to it. It says at the bottom here, it says, all I require from you is your honest cooperation, which is an interesting thing to come from someone who's basically a liar and a thief. Anyway, he gives me his email address and I reply with this. Dear Mr. Beaco, thank you for your email regarding my relatives in Togo. Unfortunately, I am not acquainted with these relatives as I have never been to Togo. However, having attended a Togo party, I enjoyed it very muchly, thank you, and I am sure it is a very nice place. Your email has filled me with very mixed emotions, and I visualise exciting times ahead. This morning, by remarkable coincidence, I happened upon a swift in my garden. This must have been fate, as a cat pounced upon it and killed it. Perhaps in hindsight, this was my relative showing me what happened. So with barbaituous enthusiasm, I feel the need to encourage you to enter my transaction and discombobulations with great haste. Certainly, the financial aspect is secondary to the emotional turmoil for these people I never knew, but I am grateful to have been a relative and look forward to the cash helping finance my grandma's recovery from her chronic genital warts, as the doctors here are rubbish, so everything has to be done on her privates. Looking forward to hearing from you. Please contact me on the following number. And then I give an adult phone number which I found at the back of, numerous newspapers. Note that you will have to change it to a UK dialing code and that it is my business phone number, as the nature of my business means that I am not often at home and my answer phone is simply ghastly. Yours truly, Edward Randybottom. So he replies. Dear Edward, thanks for your prompt response to my email message, with every good intention for our own mutual benefit. And then he says, I give you more details / information regarding the transaction. And then it just goes on to things I can't really be bothered to read. It's all nonsense. Although I will say that he says, therefore I only need your honest cooperation and assistance to actualise this dream. Honest cooperation from a criminal. And a little bit further on, the money will be shared amicably between us on agreed conditions as soon as the fund hits your bank account. Also, I'll read a little bit further down. Please, lest I forget, you must understand that this is a financial deal and that as such it must be kept very confidential. In other words, don't tell anyone, or otherwise they'll tell you it's a scam. And then he asks for more information about my contact address, telephone number, etc. Although he did say, on smooth conclusion of this transaction you will be entitled to 50% of the total sum as gratification, while 50% will be for me. So that's 50% of a completely invented number. Why would you just invent millions and then say you want a huge 50% of it? I don't know. Anyway, I reply with, Dear Benjamin, I really want to accept this offer, but there are a few things that you will need to know about me first. I really want you to know that I won the 100 metres swimming award when I was exactly 8 years old. I have sewn a badge on my trunks and everything. Unfortunately, I cannot swim in those pools anymore as the S fell off my Speedo trunks. I hope that will not be a problem. Another issue which may or may not be relevant is that my hair makes me look like a lady from certain angles. I cannot help this as I also wear stilettos, which exacerbates the issue. If you think that's bad, you should see my father's hair. He keeps it in a hutch. It's not all bad, of course. I have numerous skills which may be of interest to you. I can sing 3 bars of God Save the Queen. I can hold my breath for at least 30 seconds, which is a skill developed from my brief swimming days, and I see things with my own eyes. I suppose we should get down to business. I am quite a spiritual person. For such a large quantity of money, I am sure you will understand that I want to make sure that you are a like-minded individual. Before we can get down to details, I wondered if you can send me a photo. As I am so spiritual, I love my fellow man, I love animals, I love my right hand, and I love plants. Do you love plants too? I would like a photo of you hugging a tree to prove that you do before we get down to details of financial transactions, bearing in mind you are asking for 50% of a large sum of money, which I am willing to give to you if you are that sort of person. I hope too much trouble for you, and it seems trivial, but it means a lot to me. Thanking you in advance, Edward Randybottom. Now, he goes quiet for a little while, so I thought, I've lost him. So I decided to email him with a little bit more details. Dear Benjamin, I haven't heard from you in a while. I have been to church today and I have weighed up the good and the bad, and I feel that you are an honest man and have decided to continue, as I would like to use the money to put towards my yak farm in Wales, the country, not the animal. Here's my full name and address. Mr. Edward Randybottom likes the Cockwellin till it hurts. Occupation, fluffer and senior spanker. I hope one day we can meet in the comfort of each other's arms. Maybe even we could spoon at night. Bestest regards, Edward. So I get a reply from him. Hello, Edward. Thank you for your urgent response. That shows how serious you are in this transaction. I want to assure you that once you follow my instructions and directives accordingly, we will achieve our aim and you will receive the fund in your country within 7 working days. Now he tells me to send some more information to someone new, a Dr. Ebenezer something or other. Now he sends me a file. I open it on Google Docs, so that file is opened on someone else's computer. So if there are any viruses, well, it won't appear on my computer because it's opened on theirs. And I checked it out. There were not any viruses because I actually downloaded it, did a virus check and all the rest of it. So now I'm sending an email to someone completely different now. Dear Dr. Ebenezer Good, I have completed your form and sent it to you for your delectation. I do hope to get this money for me and the husband of my wife, which is obviously me, who is looking forward to using it for a brand new pair of knockers for his door. I would like to give some of it to the Christian Church of Ronaldo. Yours faithfully, Edward Ivor Randybottom. So I'll fill in some of it. For example, full name Edward Ivor Randybottom, bank name Citibank Sperm Bank, bank address 69 Jollifications Road, Pantifilations, Gaytown. Then I sent him the first 16 digits of pi as an account number because, well, everyone loves pi, don't they? Occupation, clinker collector. So now this new person replies to me with, Dear customer Mr. Edward Ivor Randybottom, we are very sorry for passed away of your late cousin. Our customer may be... whatever. And then it just goes on and on about money, attorney, blah, 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 a load of nonsense, and then basically they want an absolute huge amount of information from me. And I really couldn't be bothered to fill in it all. So what I've done, I reply with this. Dear Doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains. I hope you are well. I was getting some information for you for the form for the account which has lots of money in it. As I have so much money, my church questioned whether the person to whom I am talking is a lovely, nature-loving person. They stop me filling in the form unless they see a photo of you hugging a tree to prove that you are a nature-loving person like the rest of us at our Christian Church of Ronaldo. Please send me that photo to convince them to let me send you the bank details, as that account contains millions of yen or something. Lots of love and kisses, Mr. Edward Ivor Randybottom. Now, that alleged doctor just goes quiet, doesn't send me anything after that. I'm not really surprised. So I go back to the first person. Dear Benjamin, I have noticed that you have not sent the photo of you hugging a tree for my Christian Church of Ronaldo, who would like to keep a photo of all benefactors for my well-being. Please send one urgently so we can pray to you every day and twice on Thursdays. Lots of love, Edward. So the next day, I do get a reply from him. Good day to you, Mr. Edward. I received your message which you sent to me. I don't know why you are asking me for my photo, but here is one of it. One more thing, you did not inform me if you sent the from to the bank or not. Have you contacted the bank as I advise you on what to do in my last message? Looking forward to hearing from you soonest. Regards, Benjamin. Now he sends me a photo of someone. That's not him. Apparently this photo has been used by other scammers. It's probably someone who is very nice and lovely. Who knows? It's very easy to get a photo and send it to people. So anyway, I reply with, what a lovely photo of you. You are like a young Peter Andre or something. I asked for a photo of you hugging a tree to show me that you loved nature, as I do, and to convince my church that you are a nature-loving man, which would make them feel at ease with me sending you all my bank details. I have contacted the memory bank as you requested, and I shall wait for all the millions to roll into it, as I want to buy more land for the loony lander which I am currently building. Please send a photo of you hugging a tree for my church as soon as you can. Thank you in advance. Regards, Mr. Edward. Okay, I think he's starting to get a little bit annoyed with me now. Good morning, dear Edward. I received your message which you sent to me. I also want you to understand that I am not joking. If you are serious about this transaction, why are you asking an old man like me to go hug a tree because of what I have sent you, my personal photo? No, it isn't. My dear friend, I can't leave my office and go and hug a tree, so if you want us to do this transaction, you have to talk to me in a way I will understand you very well, not to be asking me to go hug a tree. So if I did not do so, your church will not leave you to do this transaction. See, my dear, I am not playing okay. As you have contacted the bank, then you have to wait for their respond in your next mail. I want you to talk in a way that I will know you are not joking with me, so that I will know what to do next. Why doesn't he just use this money to buy himself a dictionary? Flaming egg. I send back to him, that photo you sent me, that is not you. I am not happy. If you cannot be bothered to send me a photo, then how can we do a transaction? I am willing to give you my account numbers because my church needs the money. I will send you numbers, but first you have to prove it is you by sending me a photo of you holding a card with these code words on it. Lick me wet shaft. Yours sincerely, Edward. And the final email I've received is, look, my dear, I'm not playing with you. If you like, we can do this transaction, so I will never beg you to do this deal with me, okay? Just forget about this deal because I see you are playing with me. Thanks and have a nice day. Well, I enjoyed playing with this scammer, so if I get another one at some point, I shall make another video. Thank you for watching.